bugging me the whole night. Really has. How you guys doing? Thanks for sticking around. You guys like Twitter? You Twitter fans? Hate it. I hate Twitter. I hate Twitter, but I hate it for the same reasons as anybody hates Twitter. But I'll still get bummed out when I come up with stuff that I think would work as good tweets. Since I don't have the appropriate outlet, because I've shunned the appropriate outlet, I'm going to share some with you all here tonight. So here we go. Tweet number 1. If I were a guy, I use Twitter. Just walked out in the living room and saw my roommate watching Notting Hill on HD DVD. Unnecessary at 2 counts. Tweet number 2. Dear George Lopez, we get it. Y'all Mexican. Tweet number 3. Watching classic Disney movies as an adult isn't as enjoyable because you're now aware of what racism is. Speaking of Disney, when I look at the Disney logo, I don't see a capital D. I see a backwards capital G with a line through it. The fuck does that mean? That's not a joke, that's just concern. You guys ever do that thing where if you could have like any superpower you want, what would it be? Like fly, super strength, be invisible, whatever. Personally, I don't want any of that shit. The superpower I'd want would be that no matter how much sleep I've gotten, I'd wake up completely rested and not hungover. That's right. Get a hard night of drinking, gotta work in 2 hours, no big deal. Lay your head down for an hour, wake up, and you're good to go. It's as if I got 8 hours of rest and drank nothing but hydrating fluids the night before. That's the superpower you'd use. All that other shit would get annoying after a while, because people would expect you to use it for good. You couldn't be your normal asshole self, but now all of a sudden you can lift buses, and not if people expect you to lift one off a child every once in a while. Imagine how annoying that would be, even more so if you were hungover. I know, that one's good. Recently my sister texted me and it said, I got a friend visiting LA, gave her your number, told her to call you in case of an emergency. She wasn't asking, this had already happened. She was just informing me that she did this. Why is it okay? I don't know your friend, I don't give a shit. You can't take the love I have for you or what I would do for you if you were in trouble and just transfer that to your shitty friend. What does that mean? She needs to ride somewhere? She's going to call me? It's a headache. I got shit to do. I don't really do that. So I asked her, I was like, why is your friend coming to town? She says she met a guy online. He lives in LA. She's going to go meet him for the first time. Great, right? I was pissed, but it was just a ride somewhere. And now when this guy rapes her, I'm going to get the call. My sister tells me it's not a danger thing, it's just an emergency contact thing. Where there's literally no difference in the scenario that she has created for me. It's like everything else in life. She's like, don't be such an asshole. She's probably going to call you now. I'm like, great, now I feel bad. So for the entire weekend, I'm at the ready for a rape call. It never comes. I just assumed he upped it to like a rape/murder scenario. My sister trying to get a little payback. She let me dangle for a few days before she finally called me. She's like, no, it's all right. She came back safe, had a little fun. He took her to the Arboretum. More of the story is, your sister's a bitch. Not just mine. All sisters are bitches. They're all bitches. Fuck. So I am baffled. I am baffled by people who feel the need to cut up their entire steak before they eat it. What's the reasoning? You can't ask them. You can't ask them. You know why? Because if you ask them, you'll make them feel self-conscious. I wish you could just say, fuckface, stop putting something in a half cut of that steak and just eat it, dummy. But no, you can't do that. Because if you do that, now you're the asshole and made it awkward. So I think I figured it out. This goes back to when you were a child and your mother cut up your steak for you. When you were in that age bracket of old enough to eat steak, not yet old enough to be entrusted with your own steak knife. Some people, some slowly developed people, once they reach this age, they were given their own knife, they kept doing this. They kept doing it. They didn't realize you're allowed to use that knife for the entire meal. The entire meal. You don't just get 90 seconds in the beginning to cut up what you can, and then cut yourself? No. As an adult, you're allowed to use steak knives as you please. That's a joke about steak knives. Fuck. Recently, yeah, my biggest laugh, I didn't say a thing. I'm a little ashamed, rightfully so. I won't talk about it. No, it's good. Just end it now or it's going to get worse. Pushing your luck. Recently, a neighbor knocked on my door asking if I had a plunger. I was like, yeah, I got one, so I gave it to her. She went, used it, came back 15 minutes later. Here you go, thanks, no big deal. As I'm closing the door, she says, hey, don't worry, I didn't use it in the toilet or anything. We just had a clog in our kitchen sink. Exactly. So I close the door and I think to myself, I use that plunger in my toilet exclusively. Exclusively. I don't use it often, but when I do, it's always in the shitter. Always. Always in the shitter, which is what she should have been assuming. It's not like I took a Sharpie and I wrote on the side of it in big bold letters, sink plunger, because I have so many, I must label them all to keep track of what they're used for. No, it's a plunger. I have one. Like a normal goddamn American. And I use that plunger with my toilet clogs. My sink clogs doesn't even enter my brain. Doesn't even enter my brain to use a plunger. You know why? You know why? Because every time it's used, it literally touches shit. Every time. Every time. It's in there, it's in the water, it's bouncing around, knocking up against the turds, how's your food? It's literally a shit stick. Literally a shit stick. So I never willingly bring that to an area where I make and prepare food. That's my own shit. And she was fine doing it and announcing it when it was somebody else's shit. That's just true. Thanks, guys. You've been great. Except for you. Sounds good.